Hello everyone, welcome to today's SQL lesson, and today we're going to talk about the select statement. The select statement is one of the most important statements in MySQL because it helps us retrieve specific columns within tables. For example, in our case, if we want to view the columns in the employee demographics table or the employee salary table, we'll have to use the select statement. So the first thing we have to do is to write out the select statement. You start with select, press the space bar. In our case, I want us to view all the data or the information within the employee salary table. So to select everything within a table, you press the asterisk sign. You press the enter to move to the second line. Then you want to select from. You must specify where you want to select the data from. In our case, we have our database, which is the Parks and Recreation database. So we need to specify the database first. We have to write it out. So it's the Parks and Recreation. The good thing about MySQL is that it gives you recommendations on what you might pick. So we'll just press the arrow down button, then select tab to select the database, then press the full stop. Now we want to select the table which we want to query, which is the employee salary table. Just write it out a few letters. You can see it's already recommended for us. Then you move to the table, press the tab key. Let's close that with a semicolon, and we can run it using this tab here. So press that, and you can see it has given us all the information in the table. The employee salary table has several columns, which is the employee ID, the first name, last name, occupation, salary, and department ID. Now, apart from selecting everything within a table, we can select specific columns within a table. For example, if we want to retrieve only the employee ID from the employee salary table, so we can move down here. Let's say now select. Instead of selecting everything, we select the specific column that we want to view. So say select employee ID, employee ID, employee ID, employee ID from our database, which is the Parks and Recreation database, and our table, which is the employee salary table. So let's close that, and let's run this. You can see it has only given us the employee ID column. We can play around with it. Let's say we want to view another column, and let's go back to our table. Another column. Let's say we want to view the first name and the occupation of the employees. So instead of employee ID, we'll have now to change the column because we want to view the first name. So write out the first name, and occupation, and the occupation. We don't put a comma before from. So after writing the second column that we want to view, we just leave it like that, then move to the next line. We don't insert a comma after the N. So let's select this and run. run that. As you can see here, it has given us the first name of the employees and occupation. For example, you can see Leslie is Deputy Director of Parks and Recreation. Tom is an entrepreneur. Jerry is office manager. We can play around with it. We can add other columns that we want to view. Let's see which other columns are in this table of ours. Now let's say we want to view the first name, the occupation, the salary that each employee is paid, and the department ID that they belong to. Department ID. We select this and we run it. So as you can see, it gives us the first name, occupation, salary, and a department ID. So that's it for the select statement. As you can see, it's a very important it's part of SQL, because it's critical in selecting rows within tables. I think this is part of the foundation of SQL, and it's important that you practice it out so that you can master it and be able to execute it. One thing that I often use is I usually go to ChatGPT, then prompt it to give me more practice questions so that I can master my SQL. And I think you can also benefit from doing the same. Since this is my first video, I hope to see you in the next one, and please subscribe and let's learn SQL together. Bye-bye.